Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today we have a burst fade, a nice bursted fade for y'all. And as you can see, he hasn't had a haircut in a while. But these are going to be real simple steps that anybody could, achieve. We are going to, let me turn them to the back. Let me fix the camera so y'all can see. We are going to V it off in the back. As you can see, it has a lot of hair. So we're going to take, we're going to take a good amount to where the hair can, physically, I would say probably about that much, because physically just lay, in the right direction and stuff like that. But yeah, man came up here looking rough. About to get him right. Put your head up real quick. Right there. Boom. But we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We're about to do a nice bursted fade with a V line up in the back. And let's get for this particular haircut. Some people like to cut the top first, but on here we're gonna make it easier for y'all. We're just gonna concentrate on the fade part first. So what you wanna do is start sectioning the part that we're gonna fade from the top. That we're gonna, his hairs or his curls is just gonna sit at the top of the fade. So you wanna kind of section these two pieces, one on this side, one on that side, and we do wanna use clips like these of some sort. It doesn't have to be these exact same clips, but something like that just to, from when you part it and when the hair can actually hold. That's what clips are used for. So whenever I'm starting to do the blend on the side or the bursted fade on the side, this hair won't interfere with what I'm working with right here. When you're trying to figure out what to cut and what not to cut, or what parts should be separated down here with the blend and what parts should stay up here with his curls and stuff like that, you kind of want to go with that, kind of like the hair flow. Whatever hairs kind of want to go down, let it go down. Whatever hairs wants to go straight forward or up, you kind of want to just tilt it in that direction or lead it into that direction. Kind of somewhat like this. You can make a hard part. I use a comb like this. They got like a little indent. Like this part is separate from all the rest of these all the rest of these teeth for the comb right there. So you kind of want to take that, use your pointer finger, and just go straight down. So whenever y'all do section your client's hair, you kind of want to take them to the front or look at them from a front perspective, making sure these two parts are coming down at the same exact time. Usually all straight hair styles, this is his hair texture, it's called straight hair. They all generate from sectioning the top right here. It makes the job a lot easier, just so you could focus on fading, what needs to be faded and what needs to be kept to kind of hold on onto the top. But what you want to do when you section the hair, your general points will be right here where the box kind of starts at. When you normally line somebody up and then they got this box and it just goes straight down. Right here where that box goes straight down, that's where you kind of want to bring this down to and section it out. So the first thing with this type of haircut, we can't really take a 3-guard because a 3-guard is the highest guard that we will be using. So what we're going to take this comb and we're just going to slightly clip over comb all of this bolt. We're not really going too much in depth with it. We're just getting the outer layer so we can start setting our foundation or our guidelines. Alright, now we're going to physically just start our debulking process with our number 3 guard to shed a little bit. And this is with the level all the way open. Every time we debulk, the level will be all the way open. And you do want to use a slight flick out motion. The reason why we're using a slight flick out motion is because all of these curls up top have to physically be able to sit on top of the hair. They have to physically sit on top of the hair for it to look right, for this specific look that we're doing. We don't just want the hair just right here up top and it just look like it's just, just sitting on the tippy top of his head. We want to make it look like it all just goes together. And weight is used mainly for hair that's at the top that needs to sit on the sides of the blend. Alright, after you debulk with the number 3 guard, we're going to start setting in this first foundational line, basically the basis for the whole entire fade. So what we're going to use our clippers instead of our trimmers. Our trimmers will set in a harder guideline, which will make it harder for us to take out that line, which will cause a line in our fade, not making it look as blurry or as blended as it should. So we're going to avoid that. We're going to set it in with our clippers, level all the way closed. And we're going to go in a bursted shape. We're not going to go too high. Just removing all this hair and we're brushing at the same time. And most burst fades do have a C cup. So once you get around the air, you do want to bring it down lower so you can establish that nice C cup right here. And so obviously whatever we do to one side, we are going to do to the other. So I kind of went ahead and kind of did this other side, because I'm only going to be showing one side of the fade for y'all. But whatever I do on one side, I will do on the other side. So we kind of got that shape, and now we're about to move on to the next step. And the next step is setting in this V back here. So that creates the biggest foundation that y'all can have with inside of a burst fade, because it kind of tells you where you need to stop blending and where you do need to you know, start and stop blending at. So for the back area, we're going to section off just a little bit, because we're going to obviously let all this hair rest as soon as we get to the point to where it's time to cut down the top of the hair. And we're going to take this, we're going to twist it out, because this hair has nothing to do with the V shape. We're going to put a pin right there, basically. It's do the same exact thing that you did for the sides, basically. Kind of clip over, comb it. Not down too low. Just enough to where you can see, and we can actually start establishing and setting in that V guideline. For the back area, you do want to pick a center point. For me, my center point would be kind of like right there. That's for me. There's really no, you kind of, it's just by like judgment off of the eye and stuff like that. You want to get it to where it becomes the thickest point, because it's a straight line going towards this side. So you want to start in the middle. Me, I don't start all the way in the middle. I might start like right here, just to make sure and ensure, you know, I don't make any mistakes. I'll go over too much or anything like that. And you just want to work your way across. And you want to make sure you're combing the hair down, just to see if you have any straggle hairs, and you just cut all that off. Now for the opposite side, you kind of want to see where this side ends at, and it's right here below his ear, like right where his ear is about to end at. So you want to take it from the middle piece and angle it on the exact same side, on the other side, right where his ear is about to end at. So I would say about right there. So you're going to take it, go from the middle, and just to help you so you don't go too high, go lower than what you already expect. Because you can always remove hair, but you can't physically bring the hair back. So go lower than what you first initially think that you might have to, you know, set that line in. Just so, if you need to bring the line up a little bit higher, you could do so. Alright, to start off fade, what we're going to do, we're going to open up the lever all the way. Open up the lever all the way, leaves more hair. Closing the lever leaves less hair. Remember this first initial guideline that we set in, the lever was all the way closed. To set in the second guideline, we're going to do the lever all the way open. We're going to use our comb part, because this is a thicker portion of the hair that we're removing. We're only going to go up about a ½ an inch because of the space. You kind of want to decide how much you want to go up, and then we can start using our brush. But you kind of want to decide how much you want to go up by how much room that you physically have to work with inside that client's head. And notice I'm not tilting my clippers like this to set in this back guideline right here. I'm just going straight up, because it's easier to go against the grain than with the grain. And so going straight up like this, it's easier to remove all of this hair that's on the back of the neck area. And now since we're already here, we're going to go ahead and start closing our lever and moving our notch down until we get to all the way closed. And we're going to start at the beginning right here at the top of our second guideline and work our way towards the first initial guideline that we had set in. And this is called my fading down process that I use, and it works on every single client. So there's no need to change up or make yourself or get yourself even more confused, because we're just using one method. One method on any hair texture, any skin color, anything you might run into. We're using the same method, and that simplifies it for us and makes it a lot easier. So now we're going to start working down our fading process with our number 3 guard, starting way up here and then slowly closing it till we get about right here, because we're going to use the 3 guard, the 2 guard, the 1.5 guard, and the 1 guard, and then we're going to use the half guard, the 1.5, the smallest guard, to take out this second guideline that we had set in. So it's just a moving down process. And we always start with the lever all the way open, and we just slowly fade down. And you want to keep the same exact shape of the fade, or that same exact roundness. See how the fade is going like this? That's the way we want to fade. And right here, obviously, you just want to go up, because you have to fade. When you're fading, you have to go against the grain for the hair to actually, you know, cut efficiently, or to have a consistent fade. Now we move down with our number 2 guard. Lever all the way open. Remember, we start with our lever all the way open whenever we start with a new guard, and we work down to all the way closed. And we are using the same slight flick out motion that we was using with the 3 guard and everything else. When you're first setting this first ball guideline right here, or the second ball guideline, my bad, it was the second ball guideline, you don't have to use no flick out motion when you're setting that guideline right there. Only when you start to use these guards do you have to start flicking out. And I'm about to show you the slight flick out motion that I was talking about, to show it a little bit. We have our 1.5 guard right here. This is the guard after the 1 guard, and you know, underneath the 2 guard. Lever all the way open, and we're just slightly just flicking out. The best way I can say how to cut straight hair is it basically just hovering over the hair. When I kind of grasp that effect, it kind of helped me a lot more, because I always thought that you had to like physically touch the head with the guard, which I physically am, but I'm only using this back portion right here, but all of this is just gliding over the hair. You can see the burst fade is coming out very nice already, but we have this area right here to blend out. And we're going to start off with our 1 guard, lever all the way open, and we're still going to keep that same exact flick out motion. Basically what I think the 1 guard is the most important area to just get right, or just to do right. Obviously you want to do the whole entire head right, and that's what y'all are here for, to learn how to perfect your craft. With this 1 guard area, what I'm trying to say is basically the sweet spot. But basically it looks like this line is already faded, which is not. And it's all about developing a nice bob rod, so you can be able to see these. I think it's called like differentiate. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but just to know, I have a better eye just to see these types of things within your blend. And then you want to work to level all the way close. And we're just going to seriously 100% take out this last line, because I can slightly see a line. You can detail, open up the lever halfway, or close the lever halfway. It works however you want to take it. And just slowly point cut. Basically splitting 2 hairs into 1, obviously. And whatever guard you work with, or whatever spot needs to be detailed, you want to use, like this was my 1.5 guard area, so we're obviously using the 1 guard and detailing within the 1.5 guard area. If we needed to detail in the 1 guard area, which we're about to do, we're about to fade, we're going to use this half guard right here that we have. This is the smallest, thinnest guard that we have. We're going to fade down real quick. Then we're going to show you the detail section of it. Basically, there's a little faint line. And then once that faint line is out of there, you want to turn your clipper to the side, open it up or close it halfway, and detail within that 1 guard area. And as you can see, this is a nice blend already. Very nice blend. And this is the completed blend right here. It's a nice burst fade. I could detail a little bit more right here. That's what I'm gonna do, and maybe right here. But this is it right here. We are gonna sit in this line, and then I'm gonna continue to do the other side, and then we're gonna cut the top down a little bit, and then that would be it, be the end of the burst fade, and I'll show you the end product. But this is nice, clean, simple steps on how to achieve this look for real. Didn't really take too long. For the C-cup portion, all you wanna do is, since the hair's kind of thick in this one little area, what we're gonna start right here, and just make this first little line that goes down. Don't want to take it back too much, and then kind of just tap. And tap in the way or the shape of a C cut motion or a C motion. And then you want to use the corners of your clippers and just finish it off right there. So whenever you're doing shear work, when you're trying to blend the sides into the top, because they're always going to have this, whenever you get done, they're always going to have this weight line right here. The weight line is basically where hair just hangs over the whole entire, you know, fade, right? Like right here, I will show y'all around this area right here, they have a weight line. So what you're going to do, you're going to need 2 pairs of shears. Basically the texturizing shears, these right here, the shears with the teeth on there, and the cutting shears. The cutting shears get the shape, and this is how you will blend everything in. So because we use a flicked out motion, we're going to be slightly angling our comb away, well, towards us and away from the blend. It's not the hair that's on the weight line that's creating the weight line. It's the hair above the weight line that's falling on top of the weight line that's creating a weight line. So you want to angle it out so you don't cut too much in and just get the shape. Basically, the cutting shears just gets the shape. It doesn't really truly just blend everything in. And so we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And before we do that, we're going to kind of just use our thinning shears, our texturizing shears, just to make sure everything is nice and blended in. Alright, now we do the same thing to the other sides. And I'm going to cut the back down just a little bit, just by clip over comb. And then we're going to do the top the same exact way. Just getting a nice, short, manageable way. And just making sure, because on this side, obviously, if I let this down and let this down right there, they also have hair that kind of wants to just go over. But all this will be curled up. But we want a good amount to where you can still see his blend and be able to notice his curls up top. So that's what we're going to get it down to. And then we're going to show you the end product. Alright YouTube, so this is the cut right here. We wind up taking a little bit down at the top and kind of allowing the hair to kind of rest on the blend. Not so much just hanging over for real. And then we added some styling stuff at the top, some styling products and stuff like that. But this is a nice clean burst fade. You know, a lot of people, it's more common nowadays that a lot of people, you know, get this type of haircut. So it's good to learn this, even if it's on, you know, coarse hair or straight hair or anything like that. But it's HYB. If you're not handling your business, then what you're doing. And we out. All right, and that is it.